the next two clips, we look at the strategic management process. Hi, I'm Dr. David Monkton, Lecturer Agribusiness, University of Tasmania. I've prepared this lecture with material supplied by Dr. Neil Ritson, Senior Lecturer, and Dr. Alison Bailey, Professor of Farm Management at Lincoln University, New Zealand. Strategy involve three main elements. First, strategic analysis and formulation. This includes a mission statement, a SWOT analysis, a decision regarding strategic direction, formulating corporate level strategy, formulating business level strategy, formulating functional level strategy. Second, strategic choice. And finally, strategic implementation. Strategic analysis and formulation is the stage of strategic management that involves the planning and decision making that lead to the establishment of the organisation's goals and specific strategic plan. Step 1 is to evaluate the current position with respect to mission, goals and strategies. Step 2 is to scan the organisation's internal core competence and external, national and global environment. Step 3 is to identify strategic factors that might require change, the internal strengths and weaknesses, and the external opportunities and threats. In Step 4, this may lead to redefinition of the mission or goals. Step 5, new strategy may be formulated and applied at either the corporate, business or functional level. The foundation of strategy is a definition of organisational purpose. It defines the business of an organisation and what type of organisation it wants to be. Broad statements of purpose, aims or mission form the springboard for development of more specific objectives and choices of strategies to achieve them. A fashionable medium for expressing purpose is the mission statement or vision. These should clarify the principal business or activities of an organisation, its key aims or objectives, the beliefs or values of the company, the balance between profits and other values such as reputation, and the organisation's main stakeholders. Some mission statements have a real impact. Others are only a symbolic public relations document. Vision and mission are often confused. Vision is broader and future-looking, often seen as a slogan or motto. It conveys the unique purpose of a company. It also delimits the scope of the activities of the company is or will be undertaking. An example would be, our vision is to create a sustainable organic vineyard. A mission statement, on the other hand, is a formal commitment to the vision that incorporates the company's strategy. An example would be, our mission is to create a sustainable organic vineyard by working with local institutions, employees and customers to help us define our goals and objectives. See the Fortune 500 Industry Journal's website for some examples. Formulating strategy often begins with an assessment of the internal and external environment that will affect the organisation's competitive situation. Situation analysis, as it is known, typically includes a search for SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats that affect the organisational performance. SWOT analysis is about finding a fit between the external environment and internal capabilities. It is used to identify the key issues from each analysis and draw out implications. For the external environment, use the PEST framework and stakeholder analysis. Clips in weeks 2 and week 4 of this module revisit these in more detail. The focus should be on external opportunities and threats. Threats are characteristics of the external environment that may prevent the organisation from achieving its goals. Opportunities are characteristics of the external environment that have the potential to help the organisation achieve or exceed its strategic goals. The task environment sectors based around Porter's 5 forces are the most relevant to strategic behaviour, but the general environment and stakeholders are also of relevance. We will also revisit Porter's 5 forces in a clip next week. External information may be obtained from a variety of sources: customers, government reports, professional journals, suppliers, bankers and accountants. Internal strengths and weaknesses also need to be assessed. Strengths are positive internal characteristics that the organisation can exploit to achieve its strategic performance goals. Weaknesses are internal characteristics that might inhibit or restrict the organisation's performance. Internal information is acquired from a variety of sources: reports, budgets, financial ratios, profit and loss statements, surveys of employee attitude and satisfaction. Information sought typically pertains to specific functions such as marketing, finance, production and R&D. Internal analysis also examines overall organisational structure, management competence and quality and human resource characteristics. In considering the internal environment and the examination of strengths and weaknesses, you are assessing your organisational capability. This is more meaningful if contrasted with the position of competitors. Strengths and weaknesses are relative. Comparative analysis is about comparing performance with industry norms, typically measures of financial performance and market share. Not always possible in the horticultural sector. Benchmarking is another useful exercise. Think of it as encompassing quantitative and qualitative dimensions, such as attitudes toward customers. Focusing on industry leaders, best in class, emphasising business processes rather than outputs, and most importantly, the importance of the way things are done. This slide provides a useful checklist for analysing strengths and weaknesses. First, look at management and organisation. Management, quality, staff quality, degree of centralisation or decentralisation, organisation charts, planning, information and control systems. Second, look at marketing, distribution channels, market share, advertising efficiency, customer satisfaction, product quality, service reputation, sales force turnover. Third, look at your human resources, employee experience, education, turnover, absenteeism, work satisfaction, grievances. Fourth, look at your finances, profit margin, debt equity ratio, inventory ratio, return on investment, credit rating. Finally, look at production, plant location, machinery obsolescence, purchasing system, quality control, productivity and efficiency. Having analysed strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats, we are better able to make decisions regarding the strategic direction. Do we stay with the existing market? Same product or service through market penetration, consolidation or alternatively withdrawal. Market penetration is about increasing our market share. This is easier in a growing market than a mature market. Strategies may involve reducing prices, increasing advertising expenditure or improving distribution. Consolidation is about maintaining and protecting market share in existing markets. In a growing market, this means increasing the volume of business. In more mature markets, the focus is on improving cost efficiency and customer service to retain customers. In declining markets, you might consolidate your position through the acquisition of other firms' markets. Withdrawal is where competition is intense and your organisation is unable to match the competence of your rivals, or where changing priorities require redeployment of resources. Do we stay with the existing market but introduce a new product through product or even service development? Product or service development is about retaining the relative security of your present market whilst altering products or developing new ones. It may be very difficult in the horticultural sector to continually change the products, but there may be something that can be improved or added to. Remember, many new ideas do not come to fruition. New product development is a risky and costly process. Alternatively, we could develop the market, enter a new market with our present product or service. A new market with the present product and service requires seeking new markets for existing products or services. There are three main ways of doing this: entering new geographic markets, targeting new market segments, that is a new group of customers by age, professional lifestyle or interest, or by developing new uses for a product. And finally, we could diversify into both a new market and a new product or service, with a new market and a new product and service, that is diversification. There are three basic forms: Vertical integration, moving backwards or forwards into activities related to the organisation's products and services. Moving from production into processing and marketing. Horizontal integration, developing complementary products or services. Unrelated diversification, developing into new markets outside the present industry, undertaken as a means of spreading risk or to achieve further growth if existing markets have reached saturation. In Part 2 on this topic, we look at continuing this process in terms of the 3 different levels of strategy: corporate, business, and functional. Thank you.